Okay, so in this example, we are going to start solving log equations, but we have more than one log. So we have one on the left-hand side, and we have another one on the right-hand side. Now, there is a property of logs, which is called one-to-one property, which says that basically you can just cancel the log. In order for log of A equal to log of B, that just means that A should be equal to B. So you can just unapply log from both sides, and that's just going to give you negative 5x and equal to x squared minus 4x. Now, this looks like a quadratic equation. Let's see. So we will add 5x because we want all the variables on the right-hand side. So we're going to add 5x to both sides. And that's going to cancel the negative 5x and positive 5x and just give us 0 on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we will get x squared. And minus 4x plus 5x should be plus x. So how do you solve that? Well, the easiest thing is to note that there is a GCF because x squared is the same as x multiplied by x, and you can think of x as x multiplied by 1. So they both sharing that x, and we can factor it out. So that if we factor out x, we're going to wind up with x plus 1, okay, and that should be 0. At this point, we're going to use the zero factor property. What does that mean? If you have two expressions that are multiplied and the answer is 0, the only way for that to happen is that if either the first one is 0, so this would be either x equals 0, or the second one is 0, so x plus 1 equals 0. Now, this one is already solved, that x equals 0. The other one is solved by subtracting 1 from both sides and giving you x equals negative 1. Now, you would think, okay, this has two solutions. Here is the problem. When we canceled that log on both sides, we assumed that it existed. Remember that log of negative numbers and log of 0 is undefined. So we need to, each of these solutions, we need to plug into the left-hand side, plug into the right-hand side, and make sure that neither of them says undefined. Because if it does, that's not a solution. This is called extraneous solution. Okay, so let's start with 0. I am going to open my calculator and I'm going to enter the left-hand side and put 0 in place of x. And immediately I see that it's going to be undefined. Now, actually, the right-hand side will also be undefined, but that's neither here nor there because if one side is already undefined, that's not a solution. So 0 is actually not a solution. It is a solution of negative 5x equal x squared minus 4x, but it's not a solution of the original equation because log of negative numbers and 0 are not okay. Now let's try the other solution, which was negative 1. So let's see what happens if I plug negative 1 for x on the left-hand side. Well, this time it gives me something, so that's good. Now let's also plug it on the right-hand side. Just be careful when you plug a negative number. Always put it in parentheses. So I am plugging negative 1 for x. And I can see that both sides are the same. So negative 1 would be the actual solution.